close. We'll do smart things, we'll do great things, but people will keep looking for ways around to fix their own personal power issue. So as a people, we have to try and fix that. I can't, how do I say this now? I can't pretend to understand the complexities that give us the issues we have with PHC and power tool today, but I'm sure we can fix it if we all gang up together. I mean, Nigeria has satellites in space, for crying out loud. We can solve power issues if we want to. The next stop is the more boring topic, but it's actually my subject, so I apologize if I go on about this a bit. We still don't have sufficient cloud infrastructure in Nigeria. We have some good players out there doing some very good work, doing very well, trying to build the infrastructure, and all that data we talked about has to be stored, analyzed, rendered, serviced, pulled back, pushed back as easily, as quickly as possible. But a lot of that is being done on foreign databases across the world. And I disagree with that. Our data is essentially Afrocentric. There's a way we are, we're different. We're Africans. Look at the way we're all dressed in various different ways. The way we greet. If Kabisi will say, I will love bow to him. Those are things we do that are unique to us. And our data storage analysis must reflect that. Next slide. 3 big players right now. Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud. They own about 70% of the data storage analysis in the world, including Africa. So practically, most of your data is stored on them. The way you dress, what you like, what kind of hair cream you buy, all that stuff, essentially, is stored on their servers. And they only have one data center in Africa, South Africa, Cape Town or Joburg. Nowhere near West Africa at all. So even if you have proprietary data that shouldn't be stored outside this country, it goes there. We need to change that picture. These guys are local players. We need to make them bigger and make these guys smaller. We need to back our people, give them the support they need, whether it's funding, innovation, tax incentives, whatever it is, we need to make them bigger. Essentially, if you think about it, it's like having a party or a wedding, an introduction, and all the people for introduction are in Lagos State. But we decide to go to Sydney to go do the introduction. Doesn't make any sense. But that's what we're doing all the time. Now, because we're playing catch-up, that's the problem. We are trying to catch the world. AWS, Google have grown organically themselves, and the cities have grown with them. Unfortunately, we are the other way around. We're trying to run and catch them, and we don't have a choice. We just have to do it. Now, I'll give you one example of Afrocentric data that makes me understand why I think this is important. And go to the next slide. Okay. I learned recently that the way you wear your cap tells whether you're married or single. Now, I tried going online to find out whether the AI models, DeepSeek, ChatGPT can tell this information, because ChatGPT can look at your picture, analyze you, and decide you're black, you're 6'2", you probably have money based on what designers you wear, and give you a profile, basically. But it can't read your filler, because that data doesn't exist to them. They have no idea how to process that, but we do. So if we build our systems, we can read data like that, analyze data that's unique to us like that. So that's my point, is that we need to do better. 2 massive holes. NEPA, PHC. I grew up with NEPA, whatever. PHC, very important, and cloud infrastructure. When I say cloud infrastructure, I mean, I don't want to say just the government alone. It's all of us. We need to look at very critically those who are trying to do that particular work and find ways to give them a massively unfair advantage above the guys from outside. That's the only way. You can't get suburban cloud to compete with Google. That's not fair. They're not going to. So we have to help them. Whether it is funding, opportunities, whatever, we have to help them. So that's my point. That's what I'm trying to make today. So I want to challenge everybody here, government, architects, all of us, to look at how we can bridge those two gaps. I believe if we can fill those two holes, we will grow organically. There are lots of guys doing amazing work. Innovation, those applications are appearing. We all know about Flutter Wave and so many other things happening out there. So there's stuff happening, but they're being hampered, slowed down because of those two holes that I said earlier. So we need to fill them. If we can push those two things aside, if we can really encourage them to the point where they can start to stand a little bit of shoulder to the Googles and Amazon and Microsoft and say, no, we can get you to host your data here, analyze your data here, and do it at the scale at which those guys will do it. For instance now, I know that Microsoft basically hosts a few data centers in the sea, on the coast of the UK, in the sea. We have massive data centers in the sea. Excuse me, we have sea here now. We can host data centers in the sea. It's not hard. We be the engineers, let's do it. But no one's funding it. If I go to the bank and say, Stanley, give me, I don't know, $100 million, they'll throw me out. You must be mad. Exactly. So that's what we need to do to help our guys. So thank you very much for your time.
All right, can we celebrate once again Mr. Tunde Ayede for that wonderful session? Segment. So when we have the and of course ask these questions. So right about now, we would like to have currently celebrates the representative as he makes his way forward. You're welcome. So I left it already, just like you act. said, if you're here, sir, you can
Good
rest your
afternoon,
finger on
everybody.
the radio bio. Architect Jide Adekola is the Group Managing Director of Homework Group and Principal Partner HDC Architects. He has been in practice for over 20 years and pioneered the trend of architects, not only leading the built environment professionals, but also owning the projects, thereby taking more control of the process and outcomes. A firm believer in collaboration, Jide has gathered hands-on experience over the years with the likes of Design Union and ACCL before starting his practice at HDC Architects and later co-founded a property development company with several notable projects in Lagos, Liberia, Gambia, and Tanzania. He's passionate about leading the younger generation of architects to take charge and own the property development process, a process we all are well equipped to manage successfully, even better than many other professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Architect Jide Adekola, MNIA. Thank you very much. Let's jam our hands together for him, please, as he makes his way to this elevated position, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me in the Nigerian Institute of Architects. It's a privilege to be here to speak to, fellow members and, students and all of that. Well, by way of introduction, unfortunately, I'm supposed to be at the event, but I'm currently, in Kenya for a course, a global CEO course, just trying to learn more about, Africa and the world in general. But obviously, this is one place I would love to be, being there Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me in the Nigerian Institute of Architects. It's a privilege to be here to speak to, fellow members and students and all of that. Um, well, by way of introduction, unfortunately, I'm supposed to be at the event, but I'm currently, in Kenya for a course, a global CEO course, just trying to learn more about, Africa and the world in general. But obviously, this is one place I would love to be, being dear to my heart, and that's why I just want to. Do this. I just had to do this. Um, by way of introduction, my name is Architect Jide Adekola. I am a practicing architect. I'm also a property developer. But most importantly, just learning from my own background. I schooled in the University of Lagos. I had this push for architecture from secondary school when I used to do my technical drawings and all of that. And, it just got me hooked right from GS3 on that creative space where we can begin to create something out of nothing. So I knew quite early what I really wanted to do. But most importantly, it started coming to me later on in life. When I did my university, most times for those that are students here, you probably normally feel drained when you are, being schooled by lecturers and you're frustrated in architecture school. Thankfully, one or two of those in the industry as at that time came to speak to us. And speaking to us, they were able to give us that insight into what's happening with private practice. I remember very well that there was a QS in my in the faculty that taught us about the real deal, really what's happening on site, and that got me very interested. That was one of my best lectures that really gave me the insight into proper construction, and I think I started to see things differently. And then when I started working and just trying to get a bit of experience, it also helped. So looking at all of that, I knew that I wanted to start to create spaces, and I said, okay, let me try and work with some of the best architectural firms in the country. I worked with Adini Koka, trained me, really, really chiseled those loose ends. And I also worked with uh, Design Union. And for me, I began to see how several clients are the ones that determine what we design. And we had this particular client at the time that was giving us projects every year. And I realized that, look, who is really the person calling the shots? Is it us, the architects, or is it the man that is paying the bills? And I realized that, as the man paying the bills, he could decide on what to build. And I said, no, that I need to look at what this space is like. So after my training, getting my NIA, being registered, registering my company, I said, look, let me just give it a try and see how the property development space is. So I went ahead to the UK to do a master's in property development. And shortly after, I just came back to Nigeria and said, how do I implement? Before I implemented, I asked myself one question. Don't you really want to see how the real estate companies have done this? Because I felt we needed that firm training, not just what we know as architects, but also a broader view of sort of the way things work. So I worked for two of the very well, I won't say they were the topmost, but I'll say they were the most daring real estate firms at the time, and I learned a lot from them. And that was how I was able to kick off my design firm and also a property development company. And that's what I want to speak to you about today. And, just like the slides show, why exactly would you listen to me? I just give a background of my, you know, um, history so far. I currently run a group of companies called Homework Group, and it consists of subsidiaries, including the architectural firm. And this is part of why I'm talking to you today, because I won't term it a success because I'm trying to get somewhere. But the vision is to make sure that we are our own clients and we can do as many projects as possible as a development company to be able to stand or sustain the architectural firm and we'll be able to showcase what we do. So let's just kick it off. So this lecture, so to speak, is on design and development. Just the way you hear design and build, I've termed this design and development, and it's basically unlocking the power of vertical integration in architecture. What is vertical integration? Vertical integration is just to say that the end to end of a process, having us understand the end to end of a process and being part of that end to end of a process. And I'm sure by the time you hear what I'm saying, you already get to pick that that's really what an architect is. The architect might not take it from the point of inception to the point of sale, but an architect will take it from the point of concept to at least the completion of the project. So if we can do that, what are the earlier parts before the architect comes in, and what are the latter parts after the architect has finished? And it's really just putting this all together and every other thing in between that we don't get involved in. So the whole idea is to have us ask ourselves, why can we not be part of this process end to end? That's getting the funding, getting the finance, being the owner of the project, taking it from end to end till you get to sales, after sales services, facility management, and all of the likes. So I'll just go through the slides. I've told you about myself and why you should speak to me. Now I just want us to begin to imagine at this point. uh think for a minute, just stop and just have that thought process. Ask yourself, I just want you guys to imagine. I mean, yeah, being architects, you can sort of begin to put it in your headspace, to begin to imagine, and say, if you had a grant or a blank check and you're allowed to do any project of your choice or any design, or you can supervise your dream project, and you had no hindrance as regards money, as you have no hindrance as regards capacity, and you can just do the most, how will you feel? Do you know that this is possible? Imagine you had no barriers, imagine you had no obstacles, just that freedom to take your dream project and showcase on your own terms. Nothing diluted, no client telling you what he feels he wants to do as opposed to what you want to do. Just think for a minute. Close your eyes and think for a minute. How will you feel? How many projects do you think you will do? What are the kind of projects you will do? How many floors are the projects? What's the cantilever like? How exactly will you want people to perceive you? What kind of architect do you want to be? Do you want to work with timber? Do you want to work with steel? Do you want to work outside Nigeria? Do you want to build something on the beach? Just dream about it. Now, when you come back to reality, the whole idea is that the only thing you as an architect, where you are not defining it or you are not doing it for a project owner, is if you are the project owner. And that's why we're here today. So, to kick it off, I'll start by giving you a little bit of context and the relevance of what we are speaking about. So, why is it important for architects to take a more active role in property development? We're already the head of the professional team, so to speak. So, if anybody was supposed to be picked to say like who is the best person, I think we're the ones. We have the engineers, we have the electricals. I mean, those that are normally close to that top is probably the project managers that are not architects. But I dare say that we are the best fitted, trained to be able to lead that team. And if you're going to be that best, then why can't we take on a more active role in property development as a project owner? So, what are the benefits of vertical integration? I explained what vertical integration was earlier. So, basically, this is you being the part of the process from start to finish for a property development process, not necessarily just the building. So, by embracing the design and development as a whole, young architects can do the following. One, we can unlock new opportunities. So, what do I mean by that? Unlocking new opportunities will mean that you don't stay in one place trying to poach clients to give you certain jobs. You begin to unlock new opportunities in the areas you want these things to be. Currently, different models have been put in to even help you if you don't have money. And those are like the joint venture models. So you have clients that just have land but they don't have money. You can come in as a joint venture partner and you can say, you know what? You can even put a project together and you bring it to a funder. You also bring it to a landowner and you are the person that owns that project. So you just get the developer's profit, but rather you give the investor or the financier some money. You the returns from the project, and you also give the landowner something. You can also get you can also get those financiers end to end if you want to buy the land. But the whole idea is that I want you to start to open your mind and begin to think of how possible it is for you to take on this entire process. It is very, very possible. So it's going to unlock new opportunities for you. So basically, instead of sitting down waiting for for portfolios to come your way, you can create portfolios yourself and take it around. B, to increase earnings, your earning potential. So basically, because you're waiting for clients to come and give you some jobs, right now it's easier for you because you step in there and you take charge yourself and you can actually earn. You don't even need to earn it immediately. You can earn it at the end of the project. But the point is you own the project so you can take those processes out. And when the financiers are giving the money, putting the money in, or you get investors in, you can pay yourself as the architect, being that principal architect that designed the job. So you are at the place to design the job pro bono, take it round, and try to get people to lock into the project. This is exactly what developers do with your drawings. Because what developers do is they take your drawings and they take it to sometimes when they meet you for drawings, they just pay you that initial money and they are going around looking for people to invest even after you have designed. And we're busy there saying, oh, my fees, my fees, my fees. And this person is taking the bull by the horn, taking the risk, going to meet those that can put in their money, sometimes going to meet the buyers up front. And some of those buyers can drop that money, and that's part of what they pay you as a fee. So I feel that it's important that we understand this end-to-end process so that you can earn, you can increase your, and that means you are in charge and you can decide what you earn. Architects can increase their earning potential by taking on development roles and retaining a stake in project profits. Another one is enhance creativity and innovation. So now you there's no boundary anymore. You want to you would design what you feel is right. You design where your creativity stands, and you are able to take it into. If you understand what I mean. So it's very important for us to learn through that and understand exactly how this works. Now, actualize true and undiluted expressions. So basically, you have something in your mind, say like the design that is just on the right of the screen, and you say, look, I don't want any limitations. The person that will tell me, sorry, I don't like terraces. People don't use terraces anymore. I think it's just, I think if you put terraces, people don't come out to their terraces, so block out the terraces. And you're asking your client, let's leave this. It's gonna help the aesthetics. And he's looking at you and wondering, oh, why are you so cocky? I said this is what I want, and you are now forced to do it. I mean, we stick to so much arguments like this with our client who is paying the money. And then at the end of the day, if we don't get our way, to them, it looks like we're being funny. But to us, it looks like I'm getting the best for you. But here, at this point, you can make up your mind. You can do it the way you want to do it. Increase the efficiency. So basically, you've looked at everything end to end functionality, every part of the building. You've been able to um, check on everything yourself, and you're able to do things better because you're allowed to express yourself 100%. Now, improved project outcome. Now, at the end of the day, you're looking out for a project and you want to make sure that it stands the test of time, the right materials are used, the projects are being finished at a certain time. You don't want to compromise quality. Yes, you might be restricted with how much the project is going to cost, but then again, but you are in full control. So basically, that's I'm just giving a context to this entire sort of training so that you can see where those benefits lie. And vertical integration is very important because imagine somebody else making these decisions and you have to now be the one to just take the back seat. We are already the leaders. We are already the head of the pack of professionals. What is left? Those things that are left is what I'm telling you as architect that we can grab onto. And Nigeria has opportunities. Instead of us complaining, trying to chase the architects that come from other countries, you can start to go and do designs in other countries. Currently, we're about to start something in Tanzania. We've done something in Gambia. We've done something in Ghana. We've done something in Liberia. We're trying to see how we can go global. Why? Because you're taking the bull by the horn and you're trying to make a difference. So in the next slide, we'll be looking at the current state of architecture in the property development process. So architecture is a very vital part. We already know our role. You know, we're the head of the team. We lead the site. You know, if you check the three stages, all of us know where we lie or where we have our talent. You know, is it in design or concept sketch designs? Is it in construction documentation? You know, the technical ones that can sit for months and do technical construction documentation drawings and how exactly, almost like building the building before you actually build. So you actually draw all the lines and have all the details. Or are you the one that likes to supervise? Most times you see architects, you need to profile yourself. Most times you see architects that are good with the initial concept design stage, and then they also like to just move on to supervision. I mean, for me, I feel you need to be able to know all parts, but then again, after knowing all parts, you can now pick that your niche in the architecture, in architecture generally. But basically, when you figure this out, you need to understand where you fit in the development process. You need to even understand what that process is end to end, because we are just coming in at a certain stage. So we're going to talk about the challenges facing architects. One of it is a limited career projection. So basically, as an architect, you know, we go into firms, we learn for 2 years, we try and get our registration, which is very good and very needed. I mean, obviously, I won't expect you to just jump at being an architect and a developer just like that. It will be good for you to gain that professionalism, gain some kind of experience, understudy, have mentors, and get it right so that you're able to take it as a leader properly. So this is not to say just jump probably after school and start doing this. No, you need to understand the rudiments. You need to still go through that training so that you can lead properly, because leadership.
Toluwa Lashe Akinpelumi, you're welcome.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Toluwa Lashiaki Pelumi. It's my pleasure to be here, and my boss duly apologizes for not being present today. He would have made it if not for other engagements. So basically, he spoke about how it's essential to have an architect who is the head of the design team and the construction team, how it's essential to have him also be the one making decisions. And we can agree that it's he who pays the piper that determines the tune wherever. So long and short of it is the building process starts from design, conceptualization, from briefing, and it does not just end in handover. It still extends to facility management. It extends to maintenance of the building in the life cycle. So long and short is it's essential for the architects to be involved right from the stage of making payments. So architect Jide Adekola basically is open to questions. So he understands the fact that there are students in this conference, in this forum, and he's opening his arms to welcome people in case you have questions. If you have, he spoke about having thinking. So basically, if you have thoughts in line in this, if you have questions on how to go about it from just being a practicing architect to also going into development, I have myself and some of my team members, Mr. Gabriel over there, and if you have any questions, you can just reach out to us and then we can send the messages to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toluwa Lashe. All right, so right about now, we have the last product presentation, and this is just like the semi-final program for today. So we'll be having a product presentation. The last one for today, we are happy to invite Just two more, all right. We're happy to invite Pro Blind. I believe they're in the building. Please let's celebrate them as they make their way off stage this moment.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity, especially for NIA and Laf, to give us the opportunity to present our company today. We are present in Nigeria for 10 years now. ProBlind is a soft furnishing company specialized in interior covering and outdoor covering. Next slide, please. We have a wide range of product, of which we are going to go in details within a while. We do all kind of window covering, floor covering, wall covering, and outdoor solution. Before going into that, let us remind ourselves on one truth. 40% of the energy consumption and the CO2 emission is coming from buildings. Please, next slide. And around 84% of the building consumption is coming from electrical consumption, lighting, and HVAC. Why I'm telling you this? Because we at ProBlind, we contribute directly in reducing this CO2 emission by having the control on the natural lighting and the natural ventilation within a building. So let's move forward. The first product that contribute directly in this is our roller blind solution. Our roller blind are all made of fire-resistant material and microban material. We have two living case studies available here in Nigeria. One is in Ikoyi in Kingsway Tower, and one in VI, which is the Nest Oil Tower. In both towers, we installed our solution, and we contributed directly in LEED certificate in both buildings. Please, next slide. Our fabric is made in the US. We bring it here, and we do the production here in Abuja. We have a 2,000 square meter facility where we do all the assembly, and we have an operation team both in Lagos and in Abuja. Our second item are the curtains. Curtains are mainly used, as you know, in residential. We represent major companies from Germany, Italy, France, and Turkey. We do the cut to size here. We have a big variety of 2,000 different material and texture to choose from. Please, next. Next. A very interesting product that we introduced lately, which is the outdoor solution. And for this, we do the retractable awning that you can see here. It can go up to 5 meter width and with the 3 meter projection. Another product, again, which is the pergola that is automated with lighting that can do waterproof. It can be in different colors. Please, can we see the video? The video, please. Please, okay. And this is the outdoor blind that it goes in, it's very strong as wind resistant. This is a very new product that we think that it's very adapted for Nigeria. All the structure is made of aluminum. Of course, when it is bigger, it can be reinforced with steel. Yeah. So this is for the outdoor. Please, can we go to the presentation? Yeah. Sorry, we had to do it like this, so it's important to show you the video as well. Please, can we go back? Yes. Okay. So as we said before, this is it. Please, can we go after? All our indoor and outdoor solution can be manual or motorized. So our motorization solution can be connected to a building management solution. As well, it can be connected to home automation as well within a house. Please, next. We offer as well a wide variety, because our main business is textile, our wide variety of upholstery fabric that can be used for chairs, for couches. We have as well in our, another one please. We have as well a big variety of floor covering, rugs, carpets, wall-to-wall carpets that can be used in residential, in hotels, and in conference room as well. Please, again. We have our wallpaper solution, which is the wall covering solution. All is made of natural material as well. Fabric, fiber, silk, linen, and more other material. Please. We have our own factory. We produce the bed coverings, pillows, duvet. This is parallel. I know that it's not concerned as architect, but it can be interesting for you as individuals as well. Please, next. And lately we introduced our new range of decorative items and furniture. We imported from the Netherlands, and we give 3 years warranty on it. For this, we invite you to come and visit our showroom. We have one in VI and one in Abuja. You are welcome at any time. And definitely you will be benefiting from special discount whenever you say you are coming from NIA. And thank you. This is part of the projects we did. I told you about the Kingsway Tower. It's Microsoft offices on King's Street. The other one is Nest Oil Tower as well. This one, it was one of our first projects more than 10 years ago. Bordelon 4, it's a residential building on Bordelon Road, Ikoyi as well. All the building is made of our products and is connected to automation as well. And we have many others references. So this is it. Thank you again for your time, and looking forward for more cooperation together. Thank you. And please visit us on our booth. If you have any questions, we are ready to answer as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Prof. Line. Can we please jam our hands together for them once again, please? Thank you. So there's a special commission for us if you mention NIA. And I think that's all right. Lastly, we have Savalani. I believe they are in the building. So let's have Savalani. Thank you so much. Let's have you, Savalani, for product presentation. All right, thank you so much.
Are you guys plugging in the computer? Sorry, everyone, just 1 second. They're plugging in the computer for the presentation. Can you go back a slide? No, go back. Go back to the beginning. Okay, perfect. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Architects Forum. My name is Arjun Savalani, and it's a genuine pleasure to share some insights about our company here today, Savalani Furniture. So our journey began in 2005 in Lagos, where we started producing metal chairs. By 2011, we expanded our product range to include office chairs under the Office Store Limited. Since then, we've experienced significant growth, expanding into office furniture solutions and eventually home furniture, culminating in our rebranding as Savalani Furniture in 2023. Today, I'd like to give the Architects Association a glimpse into our capabilities and explore how we can effectively collaborate on your future projects. At Savalani Furniture, our 5,500 square meter manufacturing facility is equipped with state-of-the-art European CNC machines, enabling exceptional precision and consistency in furniture production. By skillfully combining traditional craftsmanship with digital manufacturing techniques, we deliver intricate designs that can effectively and efficiently handle large-scale projects, transforming your ideas into flawless realities. Our in-house design and engineering department takes your concepts and turns them into detailed drawings and realistic renderings. We believe that clarity and collaboration, so nothing goes into production unless you're fully satisfied with the vision. Let me give you a glimpse into our design and engineering capabilities through this exciting project. On this slide, you'll see some detailed engineering drawings we prepared for a client. This unique design is a parametric wooden ceiling, an architect design for one of their, for one building. So this is what the rendering looks like, and this is the final project. I'd say we tried, huh? This unique design is a parametric wooden ceiling, which was originally envisioned by an architectural firm. Our team embraced the challenge and meticulously transformed their vision into a practical and buildable solution. And to give you an idea of the sheer scale of this project, this is what it looks like when it was on the ground. Our office furniture range is our bread and butter, and consists of a comprehensive range of desks, workstations, meeting rooms, and storage solutions. We pride ourselves on offering you guys personal solutions that meet diverse corporate needs, enhancing both the aesthetics and productivities of office spaces. And speaking of office range, our selection of office chairs is among the largest and most versatile in Nigeria. We have over 70 ergonomic designs and stylistic options for you. We also hold the agency for the Hayworth brand of office chairs, which is a premium office chair company based out of America. And here's a selection of some of our office furniture projects we've done over the years. Kitchens and wardrobes is another one of our specialties. We provide stylish and functional solutions to fit your aesthetic needs. We can work with individual houses or go as big as doing a whole residential building. So here's a couple of selected high quality wardrobes that we've done in the past. On the right is just a standard laminate wardrobe with a built-in dresser and LED lighting. And on the left is a wardrobe with solid teakwood doors and glass to see through. And here's a selection of contemporary kitchens with island seating we've been supplying happy customers here in Lagos with. Our latest venture is mass producing high quality doors in this country. Our newly installed door production line can produce over 100 to 200 doors a week. And we construct our door a little different to what you're used to. As opposed to the normal HDF and MFC doors that are being produced in this country, we're using hardwood or LVL stiles and rails for the internal of the doors. And we're filling it with tubular or solid chipboard to add strength and weight. And for the door frame, we can give the same solid wood or laminated veneer lumber wood to add strength. This construction gives you an advantage because it makes your door more resistant to moisture or bending or even termites. And then the door leaf is finished off with a moisture-resistant high-density MDF panel with either a laminate or a veneer face to your taste. Moreover, in addition to our regular doors, we are now certified by the IFC to produce fire-rated doors in this country. We're one of the very few manufacturers here who have this certification, and we can be supplying you 30, 60, 90, or 120-minute fire-rated doors, which are required for many hotel projects or projects that need more international safety standards. One area where we're especially proud of is our ability to produce hardwood furniture here in Nigeria. We work meticulously with locally sourced hardwoods like Iroko, teak, and mahogany to give you high quality and durable loose furniture items. So here are some examples of some loose furniture work we've done in the past. Nigeria has a wide range of these tropical hardwoods, and they're being exported more than they are being used to make furniture here in Nigeria. Everything you see here was made with either teak, Iroko, or mahogany. And we use them for restaurant projects. This one was someone's house. And then also some designers asked us to make some of their designs come true. We are also proud to be agents for Asa Abloy door hardware and bring them back into the Nigerian market, ensuring the highest standards in security and durability, and style for all door fittings from locks and hinges to door closers. We have a container of these items arriving soon, so now you'll be able to use high quality fittings for your doors in this country, as opposed to using the Chinese fittings from the local market. If you've liked what you've heard, or perhaps you can't believe what you've seen during this presentation, we'd love to welcome you to our booth so you can come see firsthand the quality of our products and explore how we can work together. We've been supplying Nigerian businesses for 20 plus years, and we'd like to be supplying you guys for 20 plus more. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Savalani Furniture. I tell you, Nigeria is the place to be. Literally, everyone wants to invest in Nigeria. I tell you, the next few years from now, we're definitely going to be that global village. Once again, can we please celebrate Savalani Furniture for that wonderful insight? So right about now, we want to round off the whole session of the first day with a round table talk. Ushers, can you please get us 5 chairs, please? Ushers in the building, get us 5 chairs. You can take from here, please. Just take from this side here. The black ones are fine. Will be good. Thank you. And of course, we would like to have the product presenters join up the brain behind this session right now. Please let's have the chairs so that we can proceed with this segment, please. All right, just place it and let's just a small arc around here while we prep up this session. And the chairman of this session will be no other than our first vice president, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Lagos State chapter, the president of architect Sani Saulawa. Please let's jam our hands together for him. Thank you so much. National. See, Daddy don't mind me. National. Session. Thank you so much. I guess I was waiting. Alright, at the same time, I would like to have from ProBlind joining up our chairman of business. Please let me beckon on him. Thank you so much. And also the representative, Mr. Toluwa Bashe. Thank you so much. The representative from Sabalani Furniture is here. So as many of us that have questions, we can also
presentations as well as questions. I don't know if ushers ask questions from the first presentation, paper so that projects you are handling currently. My panelists some specific questions. copies. Architectural firms or architects in terms
So much, sir, that question. Best way to legacy data in paper format and stuff is to look at changes. Now, anybody can go to archives, not difficult to do. Simple projects, you take out everything you have, that can work. But my advice would be approach to making technology work better. More digitally enhanced. The ways you work, the ways you approach your customers, do this first, do this next based on the priority that your company has. Eventually, work is done to all that stuff. But if you do it just bit holistic approach. That sounds expensive. So the best it's a long-term plan. You can't just suddenly bring high-speed trains, bring mobile phones to market, based plan. So that would be my advice. Get someone who
Thank you very much. Representative of homework. He was just trying to tell us but he's trying to talk to architects. Architects make other people we can also now make ourselves in the presentation that he has made, just try to 15-minute presentation, and we only have a here, and sitting next to the chapter for those that are in Lagos, you will stay tuned architects owning the process with
Talking about architects owning the process, what Matejide spoke about in his presentation, and something I also believe in personally, in fact, as an architect, we have the, although we are the head of the design team, it's also important to be able to make decisions. Some decisions that architects take into consideration when we're designing a building. And because we don't have that power to make those critical decisions, we have the ability to influence the design, so to say. So, in terms of property development, apart from design and making money for other people, in line with making money for ourselves as architects, it's something that enables you to venture into other aspects of the building apart from design. So, basically, talking about examples, at Homework Group, we have different subsidiaries as a group. The integration of different things into one. We do the construction, we do the procurement, we do the facility management. We have different estates that we have facility management for. So you being an architect, you just have to open your mind to the possibility of having all these things open to you, because at the end of the day, we are the ones that initiate the process. We own the process right from the onset. So why not just carry the process to the end game and then make a lot of the money for yourself as an architect? So that's just what it's about. Architects venturing into property development. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Along cyber security. So just yes. Sitting with architects, we do the designs is specifications. We do but working on production of collaborate with you with the view of specifying your products.
Our aim in Nigeria projects, and for this we prepared the full library for our that it becomes expensive to the client, and we don't want to specify a product just to specify specification were something like double the price of the product that we offer, and specification was work with the consultant. Definitely they are away, they are coming with a different context, and they want to impose their solution on the local market. This was a very and since then I'm working a lot with architects from initial stages to specify the project. Because many things are changing in the industry, many things are changing in the product, even in the specification of the product itself. The technology is advancing, and today what we are receiving today is costing half the price of what was costing like 10 years ago, with much better feature and much more advanced solution. How to convince the architect to do so? It's a good job. What I'm doing is that I'm are visiting the architects, doing the presentation to them, showing them the advantages of what we offer, so they can start working with us. Next to the products we are specifying to keep the spectrum open for the architect to choose other solutions as well. That I would love to explore more and more with everybody. We come both we are successful to a certain extent, and we would love to push it forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions Mr. Sanfalini, we've seen your presentation. In terms of raw materials, where do you source your raw materials?
Correct, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we supply some of the hardwood. Yes, we get our hardwood from Hong. And to season the wood, it takes a lot of time. You cannot just buy the wood and start cutting it and turning it into furniture. We have a kiln dryer, so we dry the wood for 6 to 8 weeks in the dryer, and then leave it out to air, like over the next 2 weeks. So the moisture content of the wood adapts to the moisture content in the atmosphere. And once the wood is sort of stabilized, the moisture that you put in the wood is stabilized, then you can start using it for furniture. There's less of a chance for it to warp or twist or crack. So yes, seasoning, it's a long procedure, and not many companies have the patience to deal with this, and also not many customers have the patience. When someone wants hardwood doors, they want like 200 doors. I say I have to buy the material, and you have to wait at least 2 months before we can start producing it. That's if we don't have stock already.
Okay, thank you very much. Now you've heard from, okay, I wouldn't say from the horse's mouth, but you've heard it from the source. We were often told that they actually cut down the trees, ship them out of Nigeria, process them, and bring them back as raw materials that they use for making the furniture. But you've heard him. They have their processing cleans in some of their factories here in Nigeria, and we can do well to verify by putting them in the list of our case studies before we embark on our project, especially for projects that will make use of large quantity of these furnitures that are wooden based. Wood is something that has to go through a lot of processes, so you will do good if you know that you are going to integrate it in your project, to also take time to visit these factories as a way of case study and see their capacity and see and test their quality control and what have you. These are opportunities that we have, and I will encourage the chapter to also be putting it in their schedules to visit some of these factories as way of letting architects know how these things are produced and what have you. I know Abuja chapter has long embarked onto it, and that is why I quickly recognized him sitting here, because I know they have hosted Abuja chapter in their showrooms in Abuja, and so it will be a great opportunity to open the windows to the chapter members. Now, Mr. Ayeni, I know I put you on standby on the issue of cybersecurity. This is one funny issue, because I know in some climes now it has started happening. The issue of kidnapping, this issue of kidnapping and banditry, it does not only stop on grabbing people on the road or in their homes and asking for ransom to be paid. Now we have some dubious characters that will hack your data online and hold you hostage and ask for ransom. So it's one issue now that I will just want you, I know it may be a digression from your submission, but having the opportunity of having you here, I would want you to just talk about cybersecurity a little bit to our members.
Okay. How do I start this succinctly? If you do any sort of work that involves digital interaction, cybersecurity has to be number one priority. Nobody would give you a 100% guarantee that you cannot be hacked. It's impossible. If you piss off the wrong hacker, go and pray. But you can secure your data, your facilities, your digital infrastructure as close to 99% as possible. There are, I won't say easy steps, there are straightforward techniques and strategies existing today to do that. The problem, if I were to go into problems now, is that we are always looking for shortcuts. We don't always want to go through the whole process of making sure that your digital farm or your digital enterprise infrastructure is carefully looked at by a professional and security is mapped out. Everything from two-factor authentication to pen testing to social engineering to educating your staff, your customers on how to handle data. All that has to be done together. I'm going to use that word again. On a holistic level, clear level. You can't do one part of it and leave another part of it. Like I said, no shortcuts. That's, yeah, for a start.
Thank you very much. We are supposed to have closed the session in the last 10 minutes, but I had to drag it along just so that I could have a participation from the audience. Thankfully, the third vice president, I don't know whether he is representing the whole audience. Okay, I can see a hand up there. So, okay, 3 now. So let me have your contribution or question. Can you come and hand over the microphone to him, please? You can state your name, please, and then let's know your question or contribution.
Good afternoon. My name is Lawal Ayomikun. I have 2 questions. The first one is on, the digital transformation and how we as Nigerians or Africans, we are always playing catch up. And it's not even funny because we are trying to catch up to something that is not even working for our own system here. And we need to promote our own local champions. We understand this, but my question to you is, what strategies or what do you think we can do to engage young people? Because I personally believe that if we have young people that are really interested in these things, it would organically grow. You understand? So what strategies can we implement to involve young people to, join this race and help them see that, okay, this is something that works for our own people here, and you can grow it, you can build it yourself. That's the first question. The second question is is concerning the video. I wanted to ask if there is a YouTube channel where we can watch the rest of the video, so that we can, really understand what he's trying to say and see the highlights of what he's trying to teach us, and we can, package our questions so it won't be vague questions that we're having based on the 10 minutes we listened to. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me let's answer the first. No, hold it.
Maybe I can take them all together. I thought it's better rather than to be going backwards and forwards. Okay. Okay. You want to answer that? Okay.
Okay. The question was about What do we do? What strategies do we employ to get young people interested in building the tech we need to push forward? Okay, answer the question in two parts. The answer already exists. The issue is scale. Now, Lagos State already has initiatives that are giving opportunities to young people to present ideas, to present innovations. I presented one website already where you can submit ideas and things like that. Fantastic. Issue is scale. Nigeria has close to 300 million people. You can't just give 8,000 students. You need to think about 8 million students. The issue is scale. So those initiatives need to be scaled up to match the scale of Nigeria. I see a lot of good things all the time. And I keep thinking, that's too small. Nigeria is huge. America is a population of what? 400 million? We're more than half of them. So we need to scale up those initiatives to match our people. We're not dumb. We're already doing it. We know what we need to do. It's already there. We just, I don't know, maybe we're afraid, tentative. We need to scale those ideas up. So to answer your question, initiatives are there. It just needs to be made bigger. For instance, I know that Lagos State, for instance, gives awards to students in universities that come up with ideas. But there are only like what, 10 or 20 per university. That's too tiny. I went to Unilag in 1999. It was already 35,000 students at that time. Imagine now. So again, the issue is scale. Those ideas need to be bigger. The more ideas, the more students we can get involved in, the faster we can get there.
Thank you very much. Okay, homework is here. You can answer the question about the youth channel available, or the chapter can also talk since they are in custody of the presentation, but maybe let me give you to attempt.
Okay, so an easy way for you to get access to the video, I can send the link to the video to you. I have the video and I can send the link to you, but you have to reach out to me via email. My email is tolualasha@homeworkgroup.com.ng. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a hand up there. Oh, okay, okay. Can you hand him the microphone, please?
Thank you very much. I'm architect Manuel Ladede, Chairman Nigerian Sub Architects Osun State Chapter. I want to direct my question to Savalina Furniture. Actually, I love using wood furniture, especially for doors. But I want to know whether your production is taking care of some kind of doors. Now we are facing a lot of challenges, talk of security. So many people are using kind of door, especially for entrance door, and for a security type. Does your production take care of that? A wooden door, because the way we believe formally that wooden could not be turned to a kind of security door and be standard in that level. Two, toilet door, like where you use water, where sanitation and some other thing. Some people are using kind of synthetic material in such a way it could not be affected with kind of splashing of water. So I want to know whether your company is taking care of that kind of standard.
Yes, to answer your first question, for security door, the timber doors that we supply are solid, but however, if you wanted a proper security door, it's more about the frame, the door frame rather than the door leaf. Because if the door frame is metal, we know metal is stronger than wood. It will withstand the impact of people trying to barge it in and break the frame. So if you want a security door, we'd have to give you a metal frame. And a bulletproof door, for example, it's difficult to make here, but normally we could put a steel sheet inside, but we don't have the accreditation facilities here to produce a bulletproof door. That's why for those, it'll mainly have to be imported. For the toilet door, so what we do is, I mentioned in my presentation that I'm using a moisture resistant, like high density MDF board on the top of the door to resist stuff like being in small water for a short amount of time or moisture from your bath or sink. So it can resist that. And I'm using, it's this wood called laminated veneer lumber, which is essentially thin slices of solid wood glued together to form like a engineered hardwood. So that allows the wood to be more resistant to moisture and more resistant to bending. So we can do that for you. And another key thing is when you're looking for like a waterproof door, you have to ask for the glue they use for the lipping. So normal water resistant glue is called PUR. So if the door is lipped with PUR glue, it is essentially watertight. Glue cannot penetrate. But if it's the normal hot melt glue people use here, water can penetrate. I mean, it'll be difficult, but it won't last as long as PUR. And we have the facility to give you a PUR seal on the door.
Thank you very much. Last question or contribution from our third vice president, the Sir in Kano.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Vice President. I have a general remark to all of you first, and then maybe two specific comments on you and you. But first of all, for the cybersecurity man, based on what the lady, the young girl has asked you, I honestly, I disagree with her that we are so far behind. If there is any area in Nigeria where I think we can say we are fairly competing well, is on this issue of digital innovations and so on. Our young men and women, I believe, are well placed. And if we compare, for example, issue of power supply, transportation to other countries, and the question you now take issue like the digital innovation and so on, you realize Nigerian youth are really not doing so badly. And I think we're on the right path, and all you need to do is just to continue to push. And then, of course, there are so many Nigerians that are outside the country that are doing fantastic jobs. So it's just by the way. Now, for the general comment that I have, for all of you, I realize that there is a general poor geographical spread in these companies. Many of you are mainly based either in either Lagos or Abuja, and that's all. I'm from Kano, and I know the huge construction market that is in Kano, especially in areas like these doors and whatever you are doing. Kano is secure. It's not like it is Zamfara, where you expect all this Katsina. Kano is quite safe, and the population is much bigger than Abuja, bigger than Lagos, arguably. So why? Because every time we have an occasion in Kano, we try to reach out to companies to come and do something at the NIA activities in Kano. You are not there. You are only staying in Abuja and you are staying in Lagos. I think there is an important thing that because you are now left the market to all these local traders, are filling all these places that you people ought to fill such a huge market. I think you need to look at your marketing strategy very well and try to push into other areas like, especially Kano, I think particularly is a huge market that you people are not exploring. On a general note, for the furniture man, 20, 30 years ago, our local carpenters, manufacturers, were doing wonderfully well in terms of those. I know some of them produce those that last 30, 40 years. The doors in my house was done by local carpenters. They are still there. Whereas I now bought a door, so-called these Chinese doors, 2 years is already fallen apart. So my question to you now is, are you able, because it appears it's all these Chinese that have virtually pushed everybody out of the market now, with this issue of poor power supply that we have in Nigeria and the security, are you still able to produce products that are economically competitive to what these Chinese and Turkish people are bringing that are virtually pushing everybody out of the market? That's for you. And then for the young man, I think you are representing somebody, I think. You had a very good topic on the issue of architects into estate development, but I'm not sure. I was not there when you did your presentation. I only had the summary. I am not sure if you had done credit to this topic from what I learned. Because mainly what we now just talk about, architects are doing design and build. And these are usually 3-5 houses, but big projects. All these big developers in Abuja, Brains and Hammers, Urban Shelter, all these are not run by architects. And I think what you just said about, trying to do design and build is not. I think we need institutional reforms. Architects, so like those of you that are in government, I think we need to look at the way we charge our fees, and instead of taking money for all these designs and taking peanuts, there must be a way whereby things like this estate development, they were not paid in money, they were probably paid based on either the number of houses that have been built or something like that. And I think it needs institutional support, not just allowing the architects on individual basis to just be running around there looking for 1 or 2 projects. Definitely there is a huge market and there is a lot of work that needs to be done to fill in the gap. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my third vice president. What a deep contribution. We have actually less than 5 minutes to close this session. So can we do like 1 minute or so wrap up so that we can finish and close in time?
Just want to respond to what you said, sir. You are very correct. How do I say it? The gap isn't wide, but I don't think there should be a gap. With the amount of innovation that's happening across Nigeria, there shouldn't be a gap between us and the rest of the world. That's my point. We should be ahead of them. And the issue is we shouldn't be playing catch-up, but we are. So I'm looking for support from everybody, the government, individuals, organizations, to close that gap. And then, as we say in Nigeria, we now give them gap so they can come and be catching us. That's the reason why I face it that way. But you're correct. A lot of things are happening and we're doing quite well. We're in the right direction, for sure. We are.
So pro-blind, he wants to know, why are you not in Kano?
Thank you for this point, sir, and it's very important. We decided to base our factory in Abuja to be close, to be centered for all Nigeria. And one of our targets was Kano at that time. And we had a representative in Kano for a long time, and then we had a dispute on a certain matter. But now we are going to reopen again, and we want ourselves to be present in Kano. And I will be really happy to be in contact with the Kano chapter, NIA, because we are always NIA are supporting us everywhere, and we'd like to start with them here. Okay. That's it.
Thank you very much. You are the representative of the presenter, actually, so there is not much he can say about it. He was actually conscripted at the last minute just to come and try to see if he can answer some questions. And I will say he has done a very good job. Like I said, the chapter has promised to make it an open session where the members can be able to benefit from the total package of the presentation. So I'm sure we will look forward to that. So let me just give him to also use the 1 minute to wrap up on that.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And I must say that I completely agree with you. It's not just an individualistic step. It also has to be institutionalized. And I think that's one of the importance of Laf as a forum, and the fact that the NIA is offering its platform for this conversation to be had. So apart from the NIA and ACON bringing it up, it's also important. I think the essence of the conversation is us as architects having the mindset that we need to start thinking about development and making things work for ourselves, and then synergizing with the institutions and making everything come together. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Savalini. First of all, why are you not in Kano? And then secondly, with the Chinese market and making your doors more resilient, more viable, and more economical.
Of course, yes. So I'm sure you guys are all aware, in the last 5 or 6 years, Nigeria has gone through a devaluation process. and the economic situation has not been great in the last 5 years. But especially with these Chinese boards that people are using for doors, we are seeing the prices are increasing every year, but the quality is going down of what is being brought in. Like 5 or 6 years ago, you could buy proper 18 millimeter HDF from the local market, and that's still good enough to get by. But now you'll be lucky if you can get 14 millimeter. Whereas the materials I'm using, yes, prices have gone up in the last 4 or 5 years, but the quality has not gone down. So it's essentially a trade-off. It's not just Nigeria, it's worldwide that these Chinese products have been affecting the markets. People can't afford to buy furniture that is locally produced. Everyone is going for the easy Chinese importations. But I can tell you with the fact that we are not compromising on quality at all when it comes to doors and furniture. And it's up to me as a manufacturer to educate the architect to the customer. Okay, my cost is this, but I'm giving you this and it'll last for this. Yes, the Chinese product will be cheaper, but you might have to replace it more often than not. I'll give you an example. So I supplied doors to a customer, and they didn't want to go for the high-end Asa Abloy hinges. Instead, they went for hinges from the local market. This is about 20, 30 doors. The price difference is a lot. A pair of hinges from the market is 3,000 naira. Hinges from Asa Abloy was 12,000 naira. The hinges started to rust and break a bit after 2 or 3 months, and then they had to replace all the hinges again with Asa Abloy. So, I mean, there is a trade-off between price and quality. My father always tells me that if you buy expensive, you cry once. If you buy cheap, you cry for a for a lifetime. So that's my answer to your question. Thank you. Why am I not in Kano? I mean, that's a good question. Lagos is the commercial capital of Nigeria and Africa. And a lot of the offices we supply furniture to, they buy from us in Lagos and they send to Kano. So we supply Access Bank and Zenith Bank branches all over Africa, all over Nigeria. So Lagos is the hub for these commercial guys to make decisions, but I'll be looking forward to expanding. I want to move to Abuja soon and hopefully the North Kano. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Whatever has a beginning surely has an end. If time had permitted, we would have continued to talk. There is more to talk. I would have taken especially the presentation. Well, this is where we will draw the curtain for this session. Thank you very much, my co-discussants. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you, my chair.
Before you go, let's just take a picture. Photographer, please. Third vice, can you join us? Immediate past, second vice. Oshun, please come. I thought I saw my immediate past chairman just now. Akdem Ajako do me. Mommy, do you want to come? Where is the vice chairman? Salawa, please wait. All the speakers should wait. So we'll just have some presentations and then we'll call it a day. And then we'll take a vote of thanks from the vice chair. After the please, can you help us present this plaque to the chairman of session? He thought it was free. Come back, sir.
Olúwàgbéwà kẹ̀kẹ́ o, kọ́lé má fi wá ṣọ̀fẹ́. Kí ni mọ́tò tí máa fẹsẹ̀ ṣá? Kọ́lá mi dé, kọ́lá mi pọ̀ ṣá. Táyé bá gbé ẹ lékè, wọ́n tún máa gbé ẹ ṣèké. Ọmọ kọ́tà tó ń fly by jet, Africa ló ń pa ọgbẹ́.
Now this award is presented to Architect Sani Saulawa, an honorary member of Lagos State Chapter. Because if I can recall, he has been at Laf from, is it 1.0? Up, yes. So we'll give you the keys to the city of Lagos. In addition to appreciating you and presenting this award to you from the Lagos State Chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, in recognition and appreciation of your contributions as session chairman at Lagos Architects Forum 2025. Congratulations, and of course, by Laf 17, he will be coming as president. So congratulations.
Can I not take you off the shot? Call me big, call me shot. I about there and make it. What's my fair shit? I'm a papa, don't fly my jet. I put I don't stop. What's your family? What's your family? We shall not see that. What's your family? What's your family? We shall not see that.
In absentia, architect Jide Adekola and our second vice president, who will be attending next year's Laf as first vice president, will present this award on behalf of the chapter.
Thank you very much. Our very able chair. Please, can we give him a resounding round of applause? Honestly, I'm very impressed with the level they've taken Laf 16.0. So I hereby present this award to Architect Jide Adekola. This is by the Nigerian Institute of Architects Lagos State Chapter in recognition and appreciation of your contributions as the speaker at Laf 16.0. Congratulations, sir.
Third vice, please.
Kingsorbit.com. Initiating range
Mr. Tunde Ayeni, who is very special to the chapter. He is the one behind our digitalization of the secretariat. He's a cyber juggernaut. His company is based in London. And when we invited him, he was like, can he buy a ticket? And he sponsored himself all the way from the UK down here just to be with us in Laf. So this award is special, and I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Tunde Ayeni, and especially Director 7, and I hope that our relationship will continue to grow and blossom into greater things. Thank you. Third Vice, please.
Thank you very much, Chair Lagos. Mr. Tunde Ayeni, first of all, I'm very happy they are asking me to give this one to you directly, because like I said, this, I believe, is an area where Nigeria is doing very, very well, thanks to people like you. Please keep up the good work. Like you say, you don't want any difference. Catch up with the rest of the world. And by God's grace, one day we'll be as good as the rest of the world. And be a good ambassador where you are working in the UK. And when you finish, like I tell all my children and all my relations, make sure you come back to Nigeria and put what you learned there for us. Mr. Tunde Ayeni, I congratulate you on this award for the good work you are doing.
Kingsorbit.com. Initiating range
Thank you so much, Jay Don. Thank you so much. Can we please celebrate ourselves once again for waiting till this very time? Thank you so much. You are the real MVP. So the only question I would have loved to ask today is, can we now build castle in the air? But I guess I'll have to wait till Laf 17.0. Even as we prepare to end the day, we'd like to bring on stage no other person but the Chairman Planning Committee, Laf 16.0, our very wonderful, energetic architect, Muniba, for the vote of thanks. Thank you so much. Can we please celebrate her once again, please?
Thank you very much. Today was actually quite overwhelming for the planning committee. It was the first, I would almost like to say the first of its kind, because everybody's eyes was actually on this current exco, because it is our first. I sincerely hope that we'll have hopefully blown beyond everybody's expectations. But I would like to appreciate everybody that has made our time to come here today. It has been an amazing day. First and foremost, I would like to appreciate the president, Architect Mobolaji Adeniyi, PNIA, FNIA. She took out time from her very busy schedule to actually be here with us today. We appreciate her. I would also like to appreciate our past president, Architect Bukola Ejiomi. She was also here with us today. Thank you very much, Mama. We appreciate you. I would also like to appreciate the immediate past President, Architect Eni Benebo. Thank you very much, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedules. We totally appreciate you. I would also like to appreciate, just permit me to take this brief protocol before I round off. I'd like to appreciate the first vice and our chairman of session for today, our first vice president, Architect Sani Saulawa, FNIA. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to appreciate our second vice president, Architect Chioma Wogu Obona. Thank you very much, my FNIA. We would also like to appreciate the third vice president, Architect Ali Mukhtar, FNIA. Thank you very much, sir. You came all the way, you all came all the way from very far places. We appreciate you. We'd also like to appreciate the treasurer, Architect Oyego K. Omigbodun. Fantastic, I got it right, FNIA. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We saw you here today. The host of Architect I've greeted here. Protocol. No, we carry him very big, please. All right. I'd like to appreciate the hosts of today. I mean, all of the planning, all of the stress, everything landed at the feet and at the table of the host for today, Architect Abiodun Fatui, Chairman, NIA Lagos State Chapter. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity to be here. To all the other members of my executive committee, of his executive committee, thank you very much. Without all of your planning and assistance with putting this program together, we would not be here today. I'd like to appreciate all our guest speakers and all our special guests that honored us with their presence today, starting from His Excellency the Deputy Governor, who was ably represented by Architect Adebayo Odusoya. I'd like to also specially recognize and thank all of the celebrity architects, Architect Dada Lamotu, FNIA, thank you very much, ma. Architect Golahon Oki, FNIA, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. And our royal father for today, thank you so much, sir. His Royal Highness, the Oba of Ikorodun Kingdom, Alayeluwa. Ha, I got it. Oba Engineer Kabiru Adewale Shotobi. All right, thank you very much, sir. You have been a father to this event today and for the rest of the forum as well. We see you, we appreciate you for spending your time with us today. To all our speakers who honored us with their time today, Mr. Tunde Ayeni, thank you very much. You came all the way from the UK. We appreciate you. Architect Jide Adekola, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but we felt his presence. Thank you very much. To all of our visitors who came, I probably won't be able to list everybody, but we appreciate you. To all of our vendors and our sponsors, thank you for your time. We hope to see you all tomorrow. The conference continues tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please be here, sharp and prompt. We do not want to waste anybody's time. Hopefully tomorrow we'll also pack a power punch and we will deliver beyond your expectations. Thank you, everyone. We hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you. This is the Lagos Architects Forum 2025, Laf 16.0. See you again soon.
Teamforward.com. Irritating, rage, process.
If only you can see what I see through my eyes. What I see through my eyes.